Yeah, man. I'm just out here, man. Just thinking how beautiful it is today, man. You know, it's a beautiful day to not be a buster, man. It's a beautiful day to not hate on nobody. It's a beautiful day to not spread lies and to not be negative. It's a beautiful day, man, to mind your business. It's a beautiful day, bro. God has blessed us with this beautiful day. Don't take it for granted. Don't take this beautiful day for granted. Don't be out here spreading propaganda just because you unhappy with your life and yourself. Man, God has blessed you too, man. He got your blessings. Don't look to nobody else and point blame at somebody else because you ain't reached and tapped into your blessings yet. They coming, all right? All right? And furthermore, I be in D.C., man. I be in D.C. at the Improv. It's 2 more shows. The rest aren't sold out.
So with all the accusations that's coming out on these black rappers, athletes, entertainers, T.I. and Tiny is back in the media again. Y'all remember some years ago, Sebrina Peterson, a former friend of T.I. and Tiny, she made allegations that they was having an X ring. They was doing all kinds of stuff. They was using controlled substances, giving them to people, putting them under, and doing all kinds of weirdo stuff to them, right? And she came out and made all these allegations about them. Well, they end up beating it in court, right? But she's back at it again. Now, we know the situation that went on with Sean Puppy Combs and Cassie. He was found not guilty of 3 of the 5 charges and was found guilty of only 2. We know that Tiny was online voicing her support for Diddy. So there's a lot of things going on, man. And I forgot. Also, you got Tyler Perry. He's also under fire with somebody else that came out and accused him. But with the T.I. and Tiny situation, this girl, she coming back. She got Tyrone Blackburn, that lawyer representing her. And she said T.I. and Tiny Harris have faced some recent legal trouble, but nothing is as explosive as ex-trafficking allegations involving their son King. Sebrina Peterson, a former friend of the couple, recently took to social media to make these bold claims, right? So she's coming for their neck. She said, "Don't worry, you're next. It's the trafficking, coercion, prostitution, and you can't give consistent while forcing your victims to take substances, NBL, right?" Then she said, "What's NBL, right? Go ask Tip and Major Girl this now." Then she said 719. All ex trafficking receipts will be posted here. If you keep playing, it will be the day. Stop using girls with dreams as pawns, right? Then she said, if your man is rooting for Diddy and R. Kelly, keep your daughters away from him, sis. Man, she was going ham, right? And throwing all kinds of accusations and threats. But this is the situation. So this is an old case that's being rehashed, right? And, like I said, it's their name's going to be dragged through the mud again. She's bringing in the son. But let's check this out.
Man who was 8 years old, his mother, as well as Sebrina Peterson, who filed a defamation lawsuit against them. Attorney Tyrone Blackburn claims the women were drugged and raped by the couple. He claims the incidents date back over a decade and many happened in the Atlanta area.
Steve Sadar reached out to me looking to make a deal on behalf of T.I. and Tiny. And I told Steve Sadar that my clients want justice. So if the deal involves Tiny and T.I. turning themselves in and admitting to the crime that they've committed, then fine, we got a deal. But if it does not, then I would prefer to have the investigators do their work and to bring criminal charges against Tiny and T.I. For what they've done throughout the years.
The attorney is now claiming for a criminal investigation, but the rapper, whose real name is Clifford Harris, posted a video message on Instagram saying it's difficult to remain quiet.
What we're not going to do is open up the door to my bedroom, as you shouldn't have to either. Open up the door to my bedroom for everybody to come in and chime in and make their opinions about what we do and don't do or should or shouldn't do. But I will say this, whatever we ever have done has been done with consensual adults.
The rapper's lawyer denies the allegations and says if investigated, no charges will be forthcoming.
Again, this Tyrone Blackburn guy, man, this whole thing is weird to me. I tell you guys out there, I keep trying to tell you this whole scene is a stage, right? It's like a stage play. And you got all these accusations, then you got this black lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, with all these people come, these Jane Does and all these people coming up making these accusations, right? Now, I told you, don't trust these entertainers, athletes, but also don't trust these lawyers. Don't trust none of this stuff that you see. It's like a stage, right? But there's a lot of women online that's really coming for T.I. and Tiny because they're the latest accused. And they're livid. They're very upset with T.I. and Tiny because they was showing their support for P. Diddy, right? So they're all on TikTok and they're saying you're next, and they're saying that they believe all of the accusations that this Sebrina woman brought. Now, mind you, they went to court and was found not guilty, but it doesn't matter. It's a woman and she's accusing this couple of doing something, so they have to be wrong because a woman said it. Check this out.
Tiny, please stay out the people comments trying to take up for P. Diddy. Tiny, T.I. White. Baby, your day got to come too. I'm telling y'all, I'm not picking on them. And I always come back and make a video about T.I. and Tiny. You hear me? I don't care what nobody say. Some of that stuff that them women say they was doing, you know what I'm saying? They was doing it. Okay? She was his ride or die in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got daughters. Things can fall back on your children. You know what I'm saying? Gifted daughters, talented children. You know what I'm saying? And then I still be looking like, Tiny, do you know what you have done? Y'all had some of them same parties. That's where y'all was getting them ideas from. Where people could not bring their phones in y'all parties as well. Okay? It's going to be somebody y'all not going to pay out. It's going to be somebody to go forward. Somebody got that evidence in them text messages and everything in their phone. And guess what? Y'all, they got what's done in the dark going to come to the light. You a ride or die, but guess what? You the ride or die in the wrong areas. That's somebody's daughter, niece. Things that y'all have done to people. But this also is a lesson to let young girls know everything that glitter is not gold. Be careful of the people that y'all look up to and want to hang out with at the same time. But yeah, to see Tiny in them comments trying to, free Diddy and take up for Diddy, I guess so you can relate. Because guess what? You just like, you and your husband just like him. Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed, J-Lo. Stay out them comments, Tiny. You don't have no room to talk.
So remember, y'all remember this, right? T.I. and Tiny won a $71.5 million lawsuit, right, with MGA Entertainment, right, because of that group that they had, the OMG girls. This company went and made the OMG dolls, right, and they had a couple mistrials in it, but they ultimately end up winning. Now, when you go up against these corporations and these big companies like that, they don't like to be embarrassed or disrespected. They want that money back. And they'll do anything that they can do to get their money back. So I'll be very interested to see if this woman, Sebrina, is being pushed up there to do these things, right? Because there's other factors behind the scenes. But let's look at that clip of when T.I. and Tiny won that case. Check this out.
For 4 years and 3 trials, T.I. and Tiny Harris have won a $71 million award in their legal fight over a doll line.
Yeah, that's according to new reports. A jury decided yesterday that several dolls from the LOL Surprise OMG dolls copied the likenesses of the group OMG Girls, which Tiny Harris founded in 2009.
Now, after a mistrial and a win for toy maker MGA in a second trial, the Supreme Court allowed the case to be retried to allow more weight on customer confusion.
So like I told you guys, man, this whole thing is a stage. You're not going to have the support of women in the community because they're being accused by women. Now, mind you, they went to court and was found not guilty. But remember, T.I. and Tiny had like 15 to 20 different girls coming out accusing them of all kinds of stuff. But at some point it went away. But then they had this lawsuit and they end up winning this lawsuit, right? And it ultimately came out to $71 million against a major corporation that makes dolls and all this kind of stuff. Now, what we know in the history with the Bill Cosby situation, with NBC, we know that the situation with Diddy, there's a whole thing behind the scenes with Diageo and them starting another party, and some of the comments that he was making about the Democratic Party. We can see even with Tyler Perry, we know Tyler Perry probably is, alternative lifestyle, and he got those things going on, but he built his own studio, and to the point where he's starting to compete with the other groups. They got to get this guy up out of here. No, you're a problem. We never put you in position for you to be able to compete against us. So now T.I., we're in the time of the accusations, right? Not criminal lawsuits. We just want the money. Everybody's going for the money. So now Sebrina's back, and this thing is rehashed that was already won, but I guess she got some new information, and now she's coming with Tyrone Blackburn, and they going straight for the jugular vein. They see that there's a lane open where you can go after everybody. Like I said, Tyler Perry got a new person accusing him as well, and it's all going down around the town, right? I'm interested to see when they're going to start talking about these Nickelodeon people again, right? These Nickelodeon producers. When are they going to bring this back up in the media? Because all I'm starting to see is just brothers being ran through the mud and ridiculed all through the media, right? But when are they going to start talking about these other folks? We'll see. But right now, T.I. and Tiny is in serious trouble. As more of this come out, we'll report more of it. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.